All right, Morgan. We're sat.
We're sat. My hair's not, but
Mine's actually got some body today.
You have some good body in your hair today.
Shout out to Navy Hair Care.
I have some on the way. I think it's coming today.
Gosh, it smells so good.
I love the smell of it, even if that's the only thing that
I literally
use
bought it
for.
Understanding that it may do nothing for my hair, but at least it'll smell good.
That's half the reason why I've ever bought a certain bra in my life. It could not 100%. Do anything, but it's cute.
There you go. Okay, so I think we need to tell the people what we're doing here.
We are Mountain Movers content crew.
We are
the heart of it.
Behind the cameras.
Behind the cameras.
Yep.
But now the roles are reversed.
They are.
Because you know why? We think we have something to say.
I think we do.
I think.
My dad will watch this. Hey, Dad.
My sister might. Thank you, Holly. Thank you for always believing in me. No, I think that at the heart of it, this is interesting what we do.
Yeah, it really is.
And there's not a whole ton of people that do it in our particular realm and scale. We are such in that. We were just talking about this the other day about the content trip we just went on. Mm-hmm. We don't look like some big production when we are running through there.
No.
But then I wonder when people then go to our website, see our listings, see an ad that's running or something like that, do they picture just some big outfit? Like, oh my gosh, they've got a studio and they've got all these producers doing their stuff. I mean, maybe they don't think that. Maybe I'm tooting our own horn by how our website looks. But it's literally me with an iPhone, you with your phone /camera /Osmo. But for the longest time,
Ray-Bans.
It was just a phone.
Here's the thing too. So I came on in September and obviously I stalked the website like before I came in and everything. I wouldn't have known that it was all shot on iPhone. So I'm pretty impressed with your skills.
And you're a professional.
And I am a profesh.
So that does make me feel good. So I think that it's interesting that we literally just roll around with our iPhones and get Lauren and Brittany in these pictures. Mm-hmm. And it's just us. We are, we style these things from Amazon.
Mostly.
And then somehow, with all of our shuffle, it makes its way to the website where you just think we're some big outfit.
Yeah.
But we're still a small business. I don't think our website makes us look like a small business.
No, it doesn't.
And so everything is really close knit back here. It's not like we have the photographer fly in, for us to shoot 6 months worth of content and then they fly back out and they're in there editing and they're doing their stuff. And it's like, nah, we're here. We're sat back here.
It's us.
We are in what we call the abyss.
The abyss
of our building.
Yeah, so the whole front end is like the warehouse portion where
production
you have
and such.
The shirts in stock, the printers printing, the packers packing, loud music going, all the jokes, all the energy, and then you go back a couple rooms and then you're in the abyss.
And
sometimes I get lonely and I like to go out there and say hello to everyone.
I do enjoy.
Especially when Morgan is in Mexico.
And then coming up when you're on vacation for a week.
And then you're on vacation for a week.
What
are we going to do?
We're going to be sat in different areas.
We're going to be doing voice memos.
We will remote podcast.
Oh, we could. That would be fun and fresh.
We can use the headphones.
We could use the headphones.
So you'll be able to get set up easily on your end. I will not know what to do from my end.
I think you've got it.
Okay.
You've got it figured out.
I mean, I plugged in this cord today, so
you did. You did a
I'm
good
doing
job.
Pretty good.
Yeah, we got it.
Morgan,
let's say
if we're giving an origin story.
What do you do? Or origin story. I like that. Let's do that.
We were just talking about how Wonka is, I think, our favorite of the Willy Wonka movies.
And I discussed how I've never seen it because I was over the storyline.
Oh, yes.
But now that I know it's a new storyline.
Because it's his origin story.
And he's dating Kylie Jenner. I'm like, maybe he has something.
And does he not just seem like one of the best humans you could ever meet?
He really does.
Like when he's on SNL and then past things when he was way younger.
I recently watched Little Women. The little
I forgot
remake
he's
with
Laurie
him
in it. I've never watched it. I loved that book when I was a kid, but I've never watched it.
You need to watch it.
Okay.
I read the book too, but it had been ages, so I watched the movie. Okay, anyway, we're getting off track.
To be watched list. It's about as long as my to be read.
How much time do we have to talk about that?
Just keep me sat and I can just keep talking. I actually started working for Mountain Movers January of 2022.
Ooh.
Spooky. I had already known Dalton and Lauren. I consider them mine and my husband's best friends. My husband Troy's known Dalton for years. They've had other ventures together. My husband and I have other businesses. We have a car dealership locally, so that's what I was doing. One day Dalton was like, do you think Morgan would want to come in and do stuff with Mountain Movers? It's super fun. She can hang with the girls.
It's gentle and fun.
She can hang with the girls. Mm-hmm. It's gentle and fun. And I was like, okay, I think that's fine. The stuff that I do for the car lot, I can do part-time, paperwork, title work, stuff like that. So I came in and I learned the embroidery machine. We had just gotten the embroidery machine at the time, so I learned that thing. Didn't really like that thing, but I did it and I enjoyed figuring it out.
Yeah.
And it kept me busy. And then when I wasn't doing embroidery, I was working with jewelry, because you may not know that in the beginning, Mountain Movers was all jewelry. It was women's and babies' gold bangles. And that's how Mountain Movers first started.
Which you can still purchase, by the way.
Which you can still purchase.
They're gorgeous.
They're beautiful. Handmade from start to finish.
Legit.
And that's not just a marketing line.
It's legit.
It's legit handmade start to finish. They're beautiful. I have 6. I need to wear them more.
Yet.
I know where you can get one.
Okay.
So I would pop in and do jewelry. So I learned the embroidery machine. I learned jewelry. And at this point, Mountain Movers is operating out of one side of my house. So Dalton and Lauren started in their house that they were living at the time, in the master bedroom. And then they needed a little bit more space. So we have a commercial building that's attached to our house. My husband was like, just move Mountain Movers over there. It's a bit more space.
Mountain move it on over.
Let's mountain move it on over there. So operated out of there for a bit. So it was super easy. Quick access for me to go to work. Mm-hmm. So at that point, though, apparel was still just kind of like it's getting mountain moving. There's stuff happening. There's not weekly launches or anything.
Yeah.
There are 1, 2, 3 of us there for a good bit working at Mountain Movers. And it was and not including Dalton and not including Lauren, just 3 of us in there production wise. So as things started picking up, we were like, we need to come up with more apparel. We need to launch more stuff.
Yeah.
So then Lauren one day was like, Morgan, will you come take pictures of me? Dalton's busy. Dalton was taking pictures on his phone of Lauren for the longest time for the early stuff.
I see. I'm getting an education too.
Oh yeah, some of the stuff probably
some
haven't
of
heard.
this I don't know all of it.
They had a professional photographer that they used when they had a good chunk of stuff that was launched. And I love those photos. It's the very early hoodies that are on the site.
Yeah, I've seen them.
Very early t-shirts. But then as we started getting more into just fuller graphics and stuff, Lauren was like, Dalton doesn't have time to come take these pictures. Will you come take them? I took them on Lauren's phone. She edited them, got them launched, whatever. Maybe we're launching 2 or 3 a week at that point. And then we started growing. And we needed more and more because this is what the people are wanting. They're wanting these graphic tees. And then now it was just a thing. Like, it wasn't just, Morgan, can you fill in for Dalton today taking pictures of me?
This is your responsibility.
Like, this is my responsibility now. So I'm taking the pictures, learned how to edit. And this is like a weekly thing. What's our designs? We got to launch them. We got to get them. We got to move on this thing. It's hot.
Yeah.
And then we brought in somebody to do video because we were like, we need to be bigger on Instagram. Mm-hmm. We're growing. We're fun. We got to get on Instagram. So now our content shoots we're literally going to a wall downtown to take these photos by. We're on location. It's me with my phone, another girl with her phone getting video. And we did that every week. And every week we had 5 shirts to launch. So it's very fun thinking about past shoots like that and then what they look like now. Because literally I can pull up, there's 10 that pull up in my head right now when I think about that. It's me and Lauren with a couple shirts in our hand. We find a tree in the park that we like and we take these pictures next to it. 2 photos of each.
You can do so much with the most obscene backdrops that you've ever seen. And then you look at the photo and you're like, where did they take that?
Where did they take that picture? Gosh, where do they live?
And it's literally a rest area off the side of the road.
I had to kick a raccoon out of the way to take this picture.
Landscape. And we thought, you know what?
I like it. Give me 14 of them right now.
Spectacular. Give me 14 of them right now.
So then fast forward, we're here in this new building. I no longer do embroidery. I no longer do jewelry.
I consider you like a brand manager. I think
that's the best way to describe it if you had to put some kind of title on it.
If you want to know what's in stock or what we still sell, you ask Morgan. If you...
What color does this go on?
What color does this go on?
Hey,
what designs are
I'm
you
looking for chambray.
about?
Which one of these blues is chambray? I wish if we ever did like Jeopardy up there, I would kill everybody.
Yeah.
Kill.
Murder.
It would happen. And I so want to do just like Mountain Movers trivia and just tell everybody, y'all can stay home and I'll just come by myself.
Yeah.
Just somebody read me the questions. I want to answer them.
Yeah, exactly. But just don't let us try to print some things because it's,
Printing is one of the things I can do it. So when we say printing, our shirts are
made to
order, and they are printed individually, direct to garment. So they are ink infused into the material.
Yeah.
It makes them longer lasting. It makes them not flake and peel. It makes it feel, for the most part, like you don't even have anything on your shirt.
Correct.
If you feel
It's
it.
very nice.
And I love it. So there's these giant printers out there.
A lot of them.
And in a pinch, I could print something.
No. Well, when
and
I
we
started...
have. Think of the photo shoot that you and I we were like, we got to... Nobody's here. Was it snowy that day or something? The roads were bad.
It was
something like that.
There was like very limited people here.
There was limited people in the city that day.
There was some sickness.
Yeah, there was a lot going on, and we were like, well, we have to shoot these today because we have to launch these tomorrow. So we're gonna figure it out. So it's not my trade.
No, and when I first started, it was like, oh, we're gonna let you get acclimated to everyone and like all the things that you can do. So like I packed for a little bit. They don't really like me doing that. I'm not a good folder.
I can't fold.
Then I got to print for a few days, and the other Allison trained me, and I really like got in a flow after 2 days of it. I was like, give me a stack. I got this. And now it's been so long since I've printed that I'm terrified of it.
I think that it is good to know how to do that.
I have an awareness of the whole process, which I think is great.
Like even in a pinch, the day that we were in a pinch.
I have a lot of
stuff out.
Being on this side of the building and really doing more of like the admin type work and the behind the scenes and the filming and all of that. I have such a respect for those that are the pure backbone of the whole endeavor, that they're the ones printing and pulling and packing and all of that. And so I understand the work that goes into it, and it's not easy.
It's not easy. It is a lot to keep up with. And the amount of, if you've been on our website,
there's a lot.
The amount of graphics that are on there is
and there's
crazy.
Only so many names you can come up with.
Name things. And so,
it's confusing.
Yeah, just the veterans out there who've been here with us for a while, the quick recall, they just know.
They do know.
Yeah. They can see a smidgen of the picture and be like, oh, that's this design. Because when our order forms print out, this is about...
It's very small.
The box that shows the picture of
you just start to learn, oh, Phoenix is called Eagle Rising something weird. And then you just remember the file names and all of that. But no, it's so fun. Everyone's so fun. Gentle and fun. If you know the lore behind that lovely phrase.
It was that photo shoot, right?
It was a photo shoot with Wiley and Lauren, and she was like, love, be gentle and fun, because you just stepped on my big toe. My bad toe. Oh, but I will say, I absolutely just love working here. I get absolutely so upset if obviously if my kid's sick, I'm upset. But if I can't come into work, I'm like, oh man, I'm missing something.
The
like,
FOMO is real.
You just,
I'm not here.
To have a job that you are like, I don't get to go in today. I'm upset about that. Like, what is that? You know?
I feel like I never stop working on Mountain Movers.
True.
Because so much of what I do can be done from anywhere.
It can. Same here.
So like last night, I picked back up Couple Next Door.
Yeah.
And I was watching it while doing stuff.
You really
and I actually had that thought last
multitask
night.
on that show, by the way.
I've learned that now because I couldn't tell you what their names are, but I know what's going on. I've gotten the gist. I know who the creepy neighbor next door is.
Okay. Alan.
See, I didn't know his name, but I know what he's doing.
He be doing bad things.
He be doing bad things.
Mm-hmm.
The last thing I remember and where I turned the show off was the one husband noticed that all the fish were dead.
Pete.
See,
yeah.
I know what he's doing, but I don't know his name.
Dean Thomas from Harry Potter as well.
Yes. And he was also in the show
How to Get Away with Murder.
And I loved that show. I never finished it. But that
I didn't
first
either. It kind of got off the rails.
It got off the rails.
Yeah.
It moved too far away from what they were doing in the beginning.
Yeah.
So, all that to say.
Is this still recording?
Oh, no.
I just got spooked.
Osmo.
Oh, our SD card's full.
So it's not recording anymore?
The SD card's full. It's recording on your thing. So you can still talk for a sec. It'll just be... And this is why I have a monitor here. Because... and you know what? Kudos to me. My spidey senses were telling me something wasn't right. And I happened to look.
The intuition of a female is unmatched.
It really is. Okay, so... Couple Next Door... You were multitasking.
I was multitasking.
Morgan is a
multitasker. I don't really leave this building
ever in our minds
and stop working, just because there's always the list never ends. We're always doing something, and again, we're a small business, and each of us wear many different hats. Mm-hmm. It's not like, well, I got those listings ready
3:30.
for the
I'm
launch
out
tomorrow. That's the only thing I have to think about. That is my job title, and I'm done. Time to go home. Nope. It's like, well, no, I did that, but now I've got to figure out why this wasn't working this way. But earlier, I needed to do something for so and so right then, so I dropped what I was doing, and now I'm doing that.
Yeah, it's a lot of back and forth. I've got a never-ending list of reels I want to film or edit already.
All good things.
Videos that are
fun things.
Super fun things. But it is the type of job where even when you leave, you're still working mentally.
Especially if you're posting on social media.
Correct.
Because social media is
checking
always
it all day, all
socialing.
into the evening, responding to people. My stomach is growling. I don't know if you can hear that. Hopefully
is that
not.
That was? We have Chick-fil-A sitting at one of the doors around here.
You said I didn't tell you to get me anything.
But I did. I got you a yogurt.
Oh.
And a lot of sweet tea.
Oh.
And she gonna put the yogurt in the fridge?
She knows me.
For later? Actually, I don't know. She might eat the yogurt at 10 and save the sweet tea for later. Or if she has a breakfast bowl in the freezer,
I have a breakfast bowl, but you
10.
know what I might do today? I'm going to
save the breakfast bowl for later.
I'm going to eat my breakfast bowl for lunch. What an idea.
Oh, she's an icon.
I am an icon. I'm a legend.
So all of this to say,
we are here. We're sat.
We're sat. We're talking.
Sometimes you're going to see us. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you're going to see the boss man and woman.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes it'll be Lauren in here on our little pink chairs. I bet two of us could fit in this chair. Yes, I love these chairs.
I do too.
I could just get so slumped in this chair.
You can. They're actually pretty comfortable.
And for sight unseen, buying these on Amazon.
You did good.
I love the color.
We're not so sure about our lamp.
No, you might continue to see
it's
the lamp.
It's a work in progress.
You might not.
But we've been doing some tests. We're ready. Mm-hmm. We want the people to know we've got something to say.
We've got something to say, and we're sat. There's always something interesting going on behind these doors, and we don't have anybody to talk to about it.
No, we don't.
There's so many stories that we could tell on a daily basis, and we don't have anybody to talk to about it. Mm-hmm. And I'm not just talking about mountain movers. Yes, I think it's cool that we're here peeling back the curtain, per se, a little bit. Like we do a little bit of it on Instagram. Yeah. We do what we can. Like a reel is 1 minute, 30 seconds.
until they update our account. Instagram, where are you? We need rectangle grid. We need the 3-minute reels. I need to speak to someone. I have a grievance.
Get sat and fix this. All I heard was grievance, and I'm like, gosh, I love that
Sorry,
word.
I got on a little
grievance.
Oh,
so there's only so much we can show. We can only show so much behind the curtain on Instagram.
Yeah,
because that's where we mainly are. Facebook, kinda. YouTube, me.
Facebook has also been
Pinterest,
a problem lately. Meta, you need to get that together.
So, sitting down like this and chatting, I'm like, this is
it's
interesting.
almost like you, the viewer, are the third person in our little girls' room chatting about
because this is the girls'
work,
room.
life, pop culture, the books we're reading,
the shows we're watching,
the chaos that ensues on photo shoots and trips and all of that sort of thing.
Yes, and because I'm gonna lay it real out there for you. Allison is the only girl I have to talk to in my life. My sister doesn't live near me, so you know how that goes. You don't really, we've got it on our phones. I don't know why. I feel like I would text her more if she lived closer to me.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I get that a lot.
But you are the female that I talk the most to. But I'm like, now I have more females to talk to.
But to know that back in September that I didn't know you and you weren't involved. And now I'm just like, oh gosh, what would I do without Morgan?
You wouldn't have a yogurt and a sweet tea this morning.
And sweet little Brittany.
Oh, Brittany. Do you think she would come in here?
Probably not, honestly. And let me just say, the most beautiful person I've ever laid my actual eyeballs on.
Inside and out. I would actually love for her. That is a curtain to peel
She
back.
needs to be doing more out there because, gosh.
That is an onion to peel.
She is.
Because if you see Brittany, long dark hair in all of our photos, you've seen her. Does she not look like she would just be the most, I know what I look like.
Yeah.
I know I'm hot.
Total opposite.
Blah, blah, blah. Absolute total opposite.
The least intimidating person.
Yes. If she could crawl under this chair and work from underneath the chair and not have to talk to anybody, she would. And I mean that in the best way.
Yes.
She's just so cute. She just sits in there at her little desk and
she's so
cute. she
hair's
does work
perfectly
here
tousled
perfectly, even if she's just throwing it back in
her outfit's always
clip.
Put together.
Yes.
She's usually incorporated mountain movers a little bit, and whether it's her little hat or her little tee or her sweatshirt. Her husband's the manager. They're just the cutest people.
With her little baby Ruby.
Oh my gosh.
Oops.
And
so Brittany does work here during the day. She's not just in our photos. It started off that way. When Lauren was pregnant with their middle child, we were deep in the graphics. She was like, I can't be pregnant in everything that we're launching for size wise. I'm not in. Yeah. So we were looking for other people to be in photos. And through a friend, through grapevine, I'm not really sure, Brittany was brought to our attention, and so we started from the heavens. The heavens opened and just nestled her inside of our life, and I love it.
Both of us have our favorite Brittany photo in our mind.
I have a favorite Brittany photo in my mind.
I do too.
Maybe 5. So it started off that way. She was just in and out doing photo shoots, and then I don't even remember how it came about. I think she was just looking to do something different than the job she currently had, if I'm remembering correctly, and we were growing, and she came in and started printing, and it was when we were still over there in the building attached to my house.
Yeah,
she would just come in and just be quiet, and she would just print like a machine all day, and then we need her for a photo.
Her sister does too.
Yes. When we need her for a photo, she would be in photos, and so now she does inventory, a lot of back end stuff. So she keeps track of inventory every day. She's pulling what orders came in the day before, tallying for them and ordering for them, because again, we're made to order.
And just looking as beautiful as ever.
She just sits there and does her tallying with her hair perfectly cropped, looking perfectly cute. And I walk by her and I'm like, good morning, angel baby. And she says, hey. And then I can just go on about my day because I've had my dose of Brittany.
And I joke with you and with her, but we took that content trip, and when you're around, gosh, my stomach is growling.
I heard it that
crazy. If you're around her too long, you just start to feel
ugly,
like the ugliest thing that ever walked the earth. And the girls that get it. You know, like when you're in your friend group and you're hanging out, you just kind of automatically start like oh my gosh, like she looks so cute, I'd look like a troll.
Yes.
And then
it was the worst time for it because
we didn't pack a lot.
We didn't pack for the
frigid,
occasion,
so I had to keep wearing the same sweatshirt every day.
Sweatshirt over and over again. I was wearing my crusty jacket.
We had to keep our hair up
like
and in a hat because it was so windy.
Yes.
And
I wasn't worried about doing my makeup or anything because who am I when we're on a content trip?
And so it was just like the rosacea was out, the same clothes, the hat, the no makeup, and then I'm looking at sweet angel baby Brittany.
Brittany's all put together
Lauren,
over there.
looks like a supermodel as well.
They were
and
tan.
I was just a troll.
Speaking of that, do you want to hear a funny joke?
Sure.
We thought we needed to get spray tans before we went.
We
thought
worried.
Our buns were going to be out and about.
I was so worried about
heat.
not having a spray tan. And then it didn't matter because no one saw my legs.
Nobody saw my legs.
They saw black leggings.
They barely saw my face.
They barely saw my face. I saw my face, and then I had to live with that consequence. Anyway,
that's a whole other.
That is. We will do
episode.
Another episode on that.
Yes, and to get Lauren's take on the whole thing.
We'll get
as well.
her. We'll get two of us sat in here, or maybe I'll just be over there on the floor listening to
letting
it all.
your spidey senses just watch all the equipment.
Yeah, because I will usually be behind the camera for this sort of thing, but
for this, we're sat. We're in front of the camera.
We hope you're sat and
bringing
ready.
you more about what's behind the camera.
Yep.
We had to get in front of the camera to go behind the camera.
Behind the camera. I like it. See you next time.